actually put up a reel today showing it. So like I could show it on stream here because someone already found it. Like I'm not tagged or whatever, but they found it in the reel. So I got
They're watching you. They're watching you.
It's just really low. It's down here. I got oh shit, this way. So yeah, I got a blue bonnet because I was born in Texas, right?
Yeah.
And then Lady Raggeds is from Arkansas. So these are apple blossoms. They're the two state flowers. Tattoos on the hip really, really hurt.
Oh, man.
And the stomach is like the same too. Like the stomach is brutal. I couldn't decide, like, which one hurts worse? And like whenever either one was happening, it's like, well, I wish the other one was happening.
Yeah, dude. God, I killed my ass.
The guy who did the coloring on this, he's been tattooing for 30 years and he doesn't give a shit. But one of the things, we don't have a nanny anymore due to circumstances, we'll say. Yeah. And that means that I do almost all the driving. Now our kids are homeschooled, but like there's a lot of stuff we can't teach at home. Yeah. Like you can't do band or choir or drama at home. So we actually they go to a place to do those things. But so today I had 7 trips leaving the house and coming back, and all of them are a minimum. They're minimum 10 miles. Most of them are 18. So we're talking about, like, I drove not doing anything. I drove like 130 miles today, and it's just this out and back. You're home for an hour, out and back, out and back, out and back. But I take a long drive over these like little petty short drives. Giddy's a good egg. I love him. I miss so many people online, and I'm trying to get myself like online more. And I think the best way right now is to pop on streams of friends and other people and be there. But like I have my plea hearing coming up on the 24th. Everything's all kind of worked out. And then at some point after that, I have sentencing, and between like now and my sentencing hearing, I have the opportunity to my deal, because like, so the way it works out is you work out an agreement with the prosecutor.
Yeah.
And the prosecutor goes, okay, well, like we agree to this. And my agreement with the prosecutor is fine. It's all good. But the judge orders a pre-sentence investigation for any felony conviction. And what they're going to do is, I'll have to go do some interviews and stuff like that. But they'll look around, like they'll look into you and go, okay, are you serious about this plea? Which I think is kind of bullshit, because like, well, I wouldn't have made the plea if I wasn't serious. And I'm kind of an unserious person in general. So like I tell jokes online, like I embrace things that other people like might not or whatever. I don't live in shame of my decisions, even the bad ones. Like I made my bad decisions. And guys, let me just be the first to say, I made a shitload of really, really bad decisions. They hurt people I really care about, not in the ways, they didn't hurt people like because I caused them harm, but I knew about consequences that were possible. And those consequences that I don't agree with from a principled standpoint as a libertarian, but those consequences, I knew about them and they caused harm. And that really sucks. Like I have to deal with that for the rest of my life, that I harmed some of the people who are closest to me. And like that's a product of me losing control of who I am and what I was doing, not really thinking things through, because I was too busy focusing on shit like fun and what I considered fun and freedom. And it's like, well, but fun and freedom, like those aren't always appropriate responses, right? But when you get hooked on them, you just do them. So I did that. Like I know I'm willing to like laugh and joke about it now, because my kids are home. They love the shit out of me. My wife and I like love the shit out of each other, and we're all just so happy to be together and put 2024 behind us. Like it happened. So now I'm like, I'll say a joke. Like people are like, "Didn't you give your daughter cane?" I'm like, "No, just me." And they're like, "Oh my God, how can you talk so callously?" I'm like, "It's just the truth. I don't know. Like, what do you want? I did a bunch of coke. Like, I'm not doing coke now. Don't get me wrong. I'm a libertarian. I think coke should be legal, and if it were, I'd be doing it. But it's not. I made mistakes about while it was illegal. I knew it was, and like that shit has fallout. So, but I can't undo that. Like, so for me, it's just you go ahead, you be honest about what you did, but have a little levity from it because it was a really shitty time and now is a lot better. But
Right.
that even like this thing I just said could in theory be taken by the judge. He can go, I don't care what deal you have, you're not serious. I'm like, no, I'm very serious. I'm super sorry. But like he could just say, no, you need to do whatever. Like this sentencing that you've agreed to isn't sufficient. So I'm just trying to kind of avoid that because you know, I'm getting the punishment that I think is probably appropriate, even though I don't agree in principle that the law should be this way. I'm not a dumbass. I know what the law is, and I know I broke it. Like, I broke it really hard. But like,
did
I also know what I didn't do, you know, and that's the thing. There's a bunch of shit that in the process of all this during the investigation there were allegations, and those allegations came from very impure sources about what I did. It's like, but I didn't do any of that, and they don't believe I did any of that now either. But the internet's a different story. So I'm happy to cop to what I did. Like I had a bunch of drugs. I thought drugs were awesome. I still do. That's why people do them. Drugs are awesome. People wouldn't do them if they weren't, but they're illegal, and that legality has dangerous consequences. So, don't do drugs. Like no matter what you feel about them, don't do them. But maybe advocate for political change or whatever if you feel like it, or don't. Who cares? Just do your normal life.
Well, he's got the humiliation kink. He likes to lick baby gravy. There is no way in hell I'd ever lick some baby gravy. Ever. I don't care who did it. No, baby. I won't even lick Nick's. And me and Nick are like brothers. I still wouldn't lick his baby gravy. That's a special thing for another person.
Oh, TV's Will Heron. We love TV's Will Heron. Everybody needs to go. Will Heron is one of the best clippers in the Dabbleverse. Everybody needs to go follow Will Heron. Thank you for watching on X, but his channel is on YouTube. It's great stuff. Shout out Steel Time Morning Show. Shout out Nick Rekieta. Shout out